I love our intro song.
It's such a good intro.
Isn't it?
It really is.
Not as good as intro as opening my eyes and seeing your beauty in front of me.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a podcast with two bestie mateys getting together, discussing and looking into their use of social media, the way that social media uses us, exploring our doom scroll effects, what we're being force-fed by the algorithm, and how we ourselves might have some power over what we get to see on social media when we open up the apps.
It's
This
true.
is Show Me Your Feed podcast, ladies and gentlemen, with the gorgeous, talented, effervescent, enigmatic, sensual, eloquent, powerful, rumptastic, sassafragilistic, and ultimately
fashionable. Can we also add that?
Deeply fashionable.
Look at this.
Deeply fashionable.
Look at this. This is small business.
And always a little bit fruity. It's Jenny Zigrino.
Yeah.
How are you, darling?
I'm great.
I love
How are
you,
you
and
doing?
I'm so glad we're doing this together.
I love you. I have to give you an intro.
Please do.
Okay.
I'm ready for it.
Because we're here to talk about the
How many
algorithm.
adjectives do I get?
Does the algorithm rule you, or do you rule the algorithm? Well, my co-host and lovely bestie here, Jeff, who is...
Is that it? That was it?
I'm not done. I didn't just said Jeff. I just started off with Jeff.
Give you like 20 adjectives,
Jesus
and he goes,
Christ.
bestie, he's all right, Jeff.
And then I just am quiet. He is stunning. He is full of drama.
Oh, not really, not anymore.
No, but like good drama. Like, ooh, like there's just so many layers. You're
No,
like
it's just because we've just seen a sex
beautiful,
video on my phone. That's all the drama we're talking about. Normally
did
quite
not
peaceful
say
chat
that.
these days.
I did not say that.
Okay.
You just revealed it yourself.
I don't mind. That's all right. That's the kind of level of friendship we
I've
have.
seen his penis now, and I'll never forget it.
You've seen it prior to that, no?
I've never seen your wiener before.
You've managed to avoid that horrific endeavor. So many women have lost and failed. Not in a Louis C.K. like, ta-da, there it is kind of way, but more like a
it was
consensual.
great. It was a warm welcome. It was like, oh, wow, here's a side of Jeff I've never seen before.
Yeah.
And now I've seen everything.
Which is interesting because we're both quite sensual people.
That's
we're quite
true.
explorative. I'm sure as this series and this podcast goes on, we will start to dive deeper and deeper into all of our little tastes, our fantasies, our fetishes, our loves, our hopes, our dreams, our demoralizing, crippling insecurities, etc., etc.
Speaking of crippling insecurities, can I finish my list?
Oh, sure.
Okay. The hilarious, also irreverent, and he is the heart of gold, a lion's heart, just kindness. He has a mane.
Simba.
Look at that. Look at his mane. Handsome. He's charming. He's innovative, and he's got the hustle on this guy is insane.
need some comedy?
He's here to
I got a
hustle
little
for
comedy
you.
for ya.
He's here to hustle for all of us, and he is bringing together communities and ideas and thoughts. And this
That's
guy
the nicest thing you said out of all those things. Bringing together communities and thoughts.
and ideas and people. And he's here to, as you said, to be a guide for us.
A
Jeff
shaman.
Leach,
Call me
everybody.
the shaman. Thank you.
He
you
is
so
the
much.
shaman.
The Show Me Your Feed shaman. That's what I'm going by. And you are the Show Me Your Feed witch extraordinaire, the head witch.
I would like to think I'm head witch.
I mean, so basically, ladies and gentlemen, this is a brand new podcast concept. We've explained what it is. This is almost like a prequel episode, right? This is like our prequel.
It is technically the prequel.
Before we drop our episode number 1, which will have other guests, we're going to welcome
guests,
on
by the way.
incredible
We've already
comedians,
had amazing
actors, and we've recorded a bunch of these. Full transparency,
Yes.
But we decided that we thought it'd be a nice idea to give you an opportunity to first of all see the dynamic that Jenny and I have together, which has been how many years in the making now? 8, 9, 10,
almost 8.
It's longer than that,
I
isn't it?
met you at a Thai restaurant in. No, because I had done shows with you a bunch before in the Venice Beach show.
Yeah, but we never actually hung.
No, but we hung out, and you were just a goth, a goth spirit of the night that came in, did sets, and then left. And
Came
then we
in
met
and was
at
like,
a
wear
Thai restaurant.
eyeliner and don't trust your parents, and then
Pretty
disappeared
much.
out.
Pretty much.
Okay, yeah.
Then we met at a Thai restaurant. And
Is that the night that I cried?
That's the night you
because of all
cried.
the racial injustice in
Yes,
the world.
it was very cute. And then I think you reached out to hang out, and then we met at a show, and you were like, "Oh, you're cool."
You are super cool.
I'm super
Best
cool.
decision I ever made reaching out.
I think so.
And we've enjoyed, like 7-8 years of friendship, and which has grown now to
through different apartments, different podcasts.
Correct.
Remember
Through life, some
Snowflakes?
major ups and downs in our
Yes.
lives. We've lost friends, we've lost family,
Yes.
we've helped navigate those problems together. We've had financial successes and failures. We've had career lowlights and highlights. We've been there through
We've been through creativity together. We've
We've both cried on each other's shoulders.
We've cried together. We've
Farted
had
together.
We've farted. We've had long conversations together. Now I have to. At some point, I'll have to show you a nipple just so we can be even.
Joke's on you, already seen it.
Oh no!
Already seen it.
But sometimes they do pop out.
I'm not going to tell you when or where, but
I'm sure you actually have.
yeah.
One is hairier than the other.
That's the one I saw for sure.
Is this one?
Had a little beard around it, yeah.
A little bit, little halo.
Looked like a Greek mechanic.
Yeah.
Just,
Hey, you need your car fixed.
you need some milk? I got you. I don't know why he sounds New York. That's the least Greek accent ever. So,
I got a pizza for you.
first thing we should probably explore is how we think both of us use our social media,
Yeah.
but also how we actually use it. I get the impression that you, like me, I think we're maybe similarly aligned in this, that we probably both digest too much social media
Yes.
and we use it as escapism, a form of
I was
escapism.
in my head, I was like, escapism.
Correct.
Big time escapism. Then also too, though, okay, I will give social media this. As I've been going through a long-winded breakup, it
Oh my gosh, still talking
occasionally-
about that. It's really long-winded. This ended like 4 years
kind of
ago. It's
is.
kind of like,
not 4 years ago. But I have found, and this is sometimes I think the algorithm is good, is that it does bring up things that are helpful for some people. And also in grief, I found it was helpful.
Right.
And then sometimes I find like,
start to funnel you content
It
that was
funnels stuff
helping
that
you
you
navigate
want
that
it to
part
see.
of your life.
exactly. So like I get a lot of like good stuff on like relationships. And then also too, I love my little astrology ones.
You are a massive
love
witchy
it.
energy, powerful
I love
vibes.
it. Today we got to manifest. Today is the manifestation day.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it is the new moon in Virgo.
We're manifesting a shit hot podcast.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing right now.
It's already there. We already
I
have
think
it.
your feed is going to be populated with that kind of stuff, like a lot of witchy, wizardy energy, astrology, planets,
Mm-hmm.
tarot, scented candle products. I think you also will have you're very cute. Like you're a cute person. You love cute things.
Mm-hmm. I do.
So I can see there being like cute content. I don't know. I've seen a bunch of this
lot of
like
cats.
mini stuff. You know, like miniature cooking with tiny instruments, or like
okay.
or little villages of people that you
Can
know.
I tell you a
Tell me.
thing about the tiny kitchen stuff?
Yeah.
It actually gives me like kind of a visceral weird reaction. I don't like it.
Oh, okay.
I don't like like people making tiny food like out of like little pies. They'll make like little pies that are like so tiny out of like little bowls.
Because you feel too giant.
I don't know. There's some kind of visceral thing that I have with it. Where
What do you
I'm
feel
like,
when you
I don't
watch
like
it? What's the feeling? Is it disgust? Is it frustration? Is it anger? Is it a discomfort? Like, that's weird.
There's like a little discomfort. I think a little bit of frustration, and also it's just like, it's so small.
Yeah.
Why are you making it so small?
Yeah.
Just make a pie.
It's not even a piece of bacon. It wouldn't even feed an ant.
No, it wouldn't. And it's always they have beautiful little nails, and they're all like, oh, I'm making this. Just fuck it.
Yeah.
Just fucking make a pie.
You just want a real-sized hand making a real-sized pie,
Yeah.
punching its fist into the middle of it. No hands, dirty nails, dirty fingernails, slap down in the middle, and then just
Yeah.
force feeding it to the.
Oh, also too, people who do like the food porn where they're slapping meat.
Are you into food stuff?
no.
Food content?
I like food content, but if it's that always dudes that are like, we're making a brisket, and then they slap it down, and then they slap it a bunch, and then they finger it, and I'm like, come on, stop it.
Have you never slapped a good like a Pekin? How do you say it? A
brisket?
No. What's that?
A pork shoulder.
Picanha. What's that piece of meat called? Oh, by the way, producer Jeff Zenizek as well.
Oh,
we should
yeah,
shout
we
him
got
out in
Jeff.
the first ep, in the prequel ep. We got
there's
handsome
Jeff.
producer Jeff. There we go.
Two
He's thrown
Jeffs.
himself on screen. Double the
One-
Jeff, double the fun. That's
Sometimes.
what librarians often say. So. A picanha? I think it's called a picanha. Picanha. It's basically like a big shoulder
Like a
of
loin
like,
or something.
Yeah, or some shit
Yeah.
like that. A loin maybe. Maybe it's like a big
Yeah.
beef loin or something. Picanha. Picca. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah,
You've never got on a big slab of meat like that, and then when it's been there on the,
yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
look,
yeah.
picanha. So a big piece like that. You've never been tempted to give it a little slap
Nope,
on its fucking skin side.
I don't want to slap my meat. I don't want to finger bang my meat. I don't want to do anything.
You're not stimulated to do anything when you see a slab of meat that big.
Nothing. There is no sexual energy to me in a steak.
I absolutely see a bum cheek that needs to be given a little cheeky slap. And that's probably a regressive, toxic, masculine trait.
Probably.
But it's better than I'm doing it to pieces of meat than human beings, you know?
Yeah, what else do you tell it? What else do you tell this piece of meat?
I don't tell it anything.
Home.
I just see it on the
I
slab on the wood board. I swear to God, this is for real. I love you, baby. I definitely love you.
You have a breeder kink with a shoulder?
We don't need a condom. It's fine. Just... Yeah, no, I mean, I'm tempted to smack it and hold it and feels like a jiggly piece of... It's literally a cheek. It's like a cheek.
It is a cheek, for sure, but it has no skin and it's cold and it's...
All right, well, fortunately, there's not much meat content in my feed.
I've seen your feed, though. I've seen a little bit of what your feed is. Can I give you my feed prediction?
Please.
From some stuff I've seen already.
Please.
Is very much into fitness.
I do have fitness stuff on there, correct?
You've got some fitness stuff on there. You've got some, creatine, protein...
Not creatine, protein, more stuff like alternative fitness stuff, like you don't have to do the normal workout. This is what I do. These are the compound exercises I do every day to really build blah, blah, blah. Or it's just people being like, people who are fit talking about the process of sometimes just understanding your own possibilities is really about focusing in on one task. I don't have all the answers, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's things like that.
Okay. And then also, on top of that, definitely a lot of titties. Hot ladies. You hot ladies.
Huge amount of titties.
But there's hot ladies.
I get a lot of Doja Cat content.
Yeah, because you're looking for her butthole.
Wow.
You've been looking for Doja Cat's butthole.
I've been scouring the interwebs.
It's been in there the whole time.
It's been inside here, inside my heart. It's inside that piece of picanha.
Yeah, that's why you keep slapping it.
That's why I keep slapping it, because I'm just got a Doja on the brain.
Okay, also you probably, now that I know that kind of you're getting into the more metaphysical.
She likes funny guys, by the way, and she dates a lot of white boys, a lot of funny white boys.
This is
and
Doja.
Brits. She's dating a British actor right now. I'm just saying.
Get this guy. He's available. He's going to treat you right. He's going to love your butthole.
She's dating everyone around, and each of them has a little bit of the power of Jeff, but not the full package. And eventually, she's going to realize none of these guys stimulate me in all the ways.
Yeah.
And then one day she'll be at a barbecue, and I'll be there, and I will have brought a piece of marinated picanha, and she's going to see me slam it on the chopping board.
And
she's going to watch me
it?
smack that cheek, and she's going to go,
fucking finger it?
him, that's the one. That's who it is.
Yeah, and she'll be like, bitch, I'm a cow. Slap this.
And I will.
Yeah. Also, okay, this is the other thing that I know is on your feed. It's got to be like what?
Oh, I thought you were going to say aliens.
Well, it's getting there. Metaphysical, spiritual, space, what planet did we reincarnate to?
Are we even human? Are we human? Vibrational energies?
What is it? Yeah, I love it.
We're aligned in that, though, because we're both a little bit spacey and sciencey and spiritual.
I think it's because I do believe it, and also too I go, well, why not? Why not? Why not be little space energy balls?
Absolutely, it's just their theories, their scientific theories, you know, which are I feel like a bit more valid than a bloke in the fucking clouds just pointing his finger and going, cancer for babies. I don't think that's that makes less sense to me.
No, I think the idea that we came here to learn a lesson to me makes more sense than training. Big Daddy in the sky.
Training, and Elon Musk is losing. He's failing. He's been given all the opportunities, all the fucking power-ups, and he's fucked it.
I know, they were like Cybertruck.
Yeah.
Did you see a picture of a Cybertruck with wood paneling recently?
Shit. All of it's dog shit.
Yeah, it can't even tow.
Worst car out there.
Oh, my God.
So that's what we think our social feeds are going to be like. We've actually put together some clips, and this is what we're going to do with each of our guests, right?
Yeah.
We're going to ask them to bring in normally 2 or 3 of their clips that have been suggested to them in their feed that's being fed to them from their For You page on Instagram, TikTok. Exactly. What is it? Is it them speaking around their cellular devices that has informed the algorithm that they're into these things? Or
do you need to sneeze? Do you need to cough?
No. I had like a half hiccup, and I stifled it and I held it. And I thought I did a really great job, but clearly not good enough.
You were moving around. You were like,
you know that sound like a cat makes before it fucking pukes out. That was kind of like So, are we back to watching the sex video again? So, I feel like there's That's not what I sound like, by the way. I don't call my own name out.
I'm doing her, and yours is more.
Hotter if that was me, though. This is why we're friends. So we're going to ask our guests to bring on like a handful of their clips that they've been suggesting, and we're going to see what does that say about them. We're going to ask them to sort of explore them a little bit, obviously with witty banter each time. But we can get started with one of ours.
Yeah.
And do that exact process today. So maybe ladies go first. Can we get the first Jenny clip up? Is that what you got, or is it a Jeff clip, the first one? Producer Jeff.
Ooh,
oh, perfect.
all right.
That's what we want.
I like this one. This one I think also, aligns very much with how you and I think as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, first of all, Life of St. James is the account. It's on Instagram. So this was something to suggest you on your Instagram
I also
reel.
like, at one point, this woman looks very intensely at the camera. Like, right now you're seeing it, but
now she looks like she's ready to complain to some kind of manager. She looks like she's super progressive, but also just a Karen in liberal clothing.
No, you'll like it. She's going to deceive you. You're about to get deceived.
Okay, all right, let me get deceived. Sound on. There we go. Perfect. Let's do it.
Okay, what's something you know now that you wish they would have taught you in high school?
Oh.
Even if you settle, you're not gonna be okay.
That look.
Damn.
Right there.
That's pretty heavy. What do you mean by that?
Like, if you're supposed to get a day job and do what you're supposed to do, even then it's not enough. So, fuck it.
And that's why we do drugs.
And that's why we do drugs.
Okay, what's something
There we
you know
go.
now that you-
All right, I like her. She had good energy, although very like nihilistic approach. Like, even if you just do the bare basics, it will never be enough. I think that's bullshit.
Well, but I think, this is how I heard it, is that, like, you go in, and this is also that Jim Carrey thing, right? Where it's like you go in and you're like, well, I'm supposed to earn money. I'm supposed to do this. I have a dream, but you know what? I'm going to settle for safety.
Okay.
And then that'll blow up in your face, too. And then you're like, well, what did I do?
So, like, being static, placing yourself into a self-imposed rut doesn't make sense because it will never bring you the content, freedom, security that you're seeking anyway. So you might as well...
And you can fail at it.
Fail and try for something a bit better and keep working towards that because...
Exactly. It's like even the things that we're supposed to be doing, we can fail at, which I don't know if you have some people in your life. I know many people who have settled and they're just as
pretty
unhappy.
Much every single one of my friends who's married, and I'm speaking directly to you all now. None of your partners.
I didn't mean settle for people. I meant just. But okay, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I guess they.
No,
suck.
I mean their careers suck as well, but their husbands and wives are the worst. No, I feel you. I think.
Yeah.
No, they're wise words from, a lady who is high as a fucking kite.
That look that she gives at the end, that you can fail. And I was just like, okay, all right, bitch, I see you.
How did this end up on your feed, and why do you think that's speaking to you right now? Why did that resonate with you?
I think it ended up on the feed probably because I'm doing a lot of the more like motivational stuff is coming up, more motivational shit of like, okay, there's a big thing about now on the feeds, you may have seen it, where it's like an AI-generated Alan Watts voice.
Oh, my God, yeah, it's so annoying.
That's like, it's annoying, because Alan Watts...
You told me about this, he's bastardized.
Yeah, by himself is fine. Just listen to Alan Watts.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need to, but...
You are it. Go and listen to those lectures. There's a collection of lectures in audiobook form. They're brilliant.
Ram Dass also,
guy?
too. Yeah,
Alan
this guy.
Watts, there he is. He looks like me.
Never heard of this guy.
Is that my dad?
Is it look like your dad?
No, it looks like me in 30 years'
true.
time, no?
That will be you.
I said 30, probably closer to 15, let's be honest.
But yeah, he's like, he's good by himself. You don't need to AI generate his voice.
It's also annoying because they've stolen a very prolific philosophical mind, which when you listen to what he really has to say, it's deeply interesting, it's very eloquent, it's very funny, it's very self-deprecating, it's not taking itself too seriously, but presenting quite serious concepts. And then to just go, yoink, and now let's put it over a fucking...
An audio that's like, hey, bro.
Hey, bro, really, sometimes you should just focus on your lower abs, because you know what? They deserve love too.
Hey, bro, you should just walk the path by yourself. That's my Alan Watts impression. And you'll be way, way happier, dude. Like that. And you're like, that's not Alan Watts.
No.
He never said way more.
Never.
Never.
Or bro.
Or bro.
He wasn't a bro guy.
And he wasn't like skeet, skeet, skeet.
That's That's what it ends up with.
I would love
Know
that.
yourself. And also get these products from my Amazon wish list. Alan
Use-
Watts,
use promo code
1984.
Alan Watts 24.
I feel like those guys have turned into this stuff.
100%.
Yes.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is
Yes.
like modern Alan Watts shit.
No, it's not. This is the devil incarnate version of
Yeah,
Alan
no,
Watts.
it-
This is, bro,
They're
do you know
reused their-
that you can make $1 million with $3? You just gotta believe it.
You know,
And it's like
they've taken this is to me is like
self-created self-help guys
Yes.
who are fucking full of dog
it's
shit.
like I have a bit about this, and I know it's men in therapy. I love men in therapy, but how sometimes they can use the words to manipulate, where they're like,
I've seen your material on it.
where
It's very, very funny bit.
Just stop being toxic and a narcissist and let me fuck
I think
your
you're
sister.
encroaching on my boundaries a little bit right now.
Yeah.
Maybe I think I need some time for
Yeah, it's
myself
like, oh, but you're
right
cheating
now.
on me, and they're like,
if you
wait,
could
what?
if you could maybe just shut the fuck up and recognize my traumatized child right now.
Exactly.
And just give me some space. Thanks.
That's what this shit does, where it uses actual philosophy to be like, and then you get the Lambo, dude.
But hang on a second. Can I just point out, if you scroll down just slightly on this chap, there's also a lovely little video where it looks like I'm assuming that's his son, but at first glance, it looks like he's just walking hand in hand with another man out in nature, which I feel like is the antithesis of his actual message in a lot of things. But this is beautiful. Look, it's his kiddies. Oh, and then he had to throw in a girl there as well, just to make sure, I'm not gay for my son.
I did like in the other one though. The girl looks very upset. She's like, I don't want to do this.
Right? She's like, why does my dad have so many abs? This
and
sucks.
they all look dehydrated.
All of them.
They all
Handsome though. And this is a
so
beautiful family.
dehydrated.
Also,
But good
why
for
has the
them.
kid got his pockets inside out? Is that like a prison thing? Is that like it's like you belong to me?
I don't know.
Isn't that how it works? When you walk them around the prison yard, you have to have the back
Is
pocket.
that
They have
it?
to hold onto your back pocket. It means you belong, you're bitch to the person. in
Oh,
jail.
wow.
I don't know why I know this.
Well, me neither.
Can't-
I'm tired of weak men. You know what? Me too. I'm
Yeah,
gonna agree
yeah.
with that.
Let's get rid of
Me
this
too,
douchebag.
buddy.
This is
I am tired of weak men. Now, what's your video that you brought?
Wow, I have no idea. Actually, I have no idea we presented. First of all, I
see.
like that you have stuff like that. I like that it's like a little bit of a personal life message, but I think that's very indicative of who you are, your personality. And I think we're both a bit like this, which
Yeah.
is better yourself. Change your situation, create really what you want to create. And we're
Yeah.
working through that ourselves too. We're not teachers of this, we're students of this, but it
Yes.
has been beneficial to both of us in our personal lives.
Yes.
But it's presented with also, here's a cheeky little bit of humor with it as well. Don't
Yes.
take yourself so seriously along that journey, because really it doesn't fucking matter. You're just
No.
dust in an endless sea of dust.
100%.
Stardust, though, which is kind of a little sparkly and a little
There was a
sexy.
little carbon.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
a planet knocked into
A
our
little
planet.
gay. We're all a tiny bit of gay space dust.
little bit.
A little queer space dust.
A little more than that. You
Right.
definitely more than that.
I'm quite a bit queer space dust.
Yeah.
And you're the queerest of the space dust out of, in this room at least.
I think I'm queer, but I'm working through my queerness.
You'd
That's
like-
for another episode.
Okay, yeah, exactly. All right, let's see what my first video was. Actually, this is
In the
this is,
same vein?
in the same vein, in terms of a message,
Okay.
but deeply humorous, and also speaks to
Okay.
part of my soul. This is by Ricardo Scarpa .2. I don't know if that's the original poster.
Okay.
Quite often people just reproduce stuff and don't even credit the original poster, but this is on his account. And the mystery of the people who don't wash their hands.
Got it.
The mystery of the people who don't wash their hands. They look normal, harmless, germless. But inside public bathrooms, they reveal their toxic side. Displaying zero shame, they walk out of the urinal or they stall and ignore the sink. It doesn't matter if the washroom is equipped with an automatic faucet, fancy hand soap, or the softest and most absorbent hand towels.
Most absorbent.
The
They
most.
shit and run. You find them in all kinds of restrooms. Nightclub restrooms, hospital restrooms, and of course, the office restroom. You go
notice
to a
how it's all
meeting and
men?
you see Bob from finance, seconds after being spotted not washing his hands, using those same hands to hand a pen to a coworker. The coworker accepts the pen. Eventually, the victim puts the pen in their mouth.
Oh, I do that all the
They are
time.
not aware that the pen has lost its purity. Hand hygiene is relatively recent in human history. We lived millennia without sinks and soap, but the average pre-sink human lifespan was around 30 if you were lucky.
That's true.
Those who refuse to wash their hands are agents of chaos. They're here to destroy the fabric of society. So it doesn't matter how much you take care of your hygiene. You will eventually need to press the elevator button or shake hands with some Bob from finance. As long as these kind of people exist, every handshake is an extreme sport.
Oh, yeah.
And every doorknob is a risky bet.
I love it.
The mystery of the...
I love it.
I love it.
You know why I love it? For 3 reasons, right?
Okay.
Number 1, I'm a little OCD, as you know. I like
Yes.
cleanliness. I keep my shit
Your house is
locked
so
up.
clean.
Yo, and my butthole is now perfectly clean at
Did
all
you get a
time.
bidet? Oh, you got the.
I
you
got the
jet-
Toto washless seat after
Jesus
Japan
Christ.
with the control with all the things. It's
I
got
didn't know
air,
a king was among us.
heated seat, heated water, heated air, and you can select your heat. There's 5 stages of heating depending on how hot or cold
Does
you
it
want
play
it.
music?
It probably could. Sings the music of clean buttholes.
Yeah.
La 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 la. It's like a Disney princess.
It's an angel.
Sparkling. Sebastian the clown comes out your toilet. Can you imagine if a little fucking clown called Sebastian just stuck his head out?
Sebastian the clown.
Hey there. It's really clean down
How much extra was that?
It was quite a bit. That seat was pretty expensive, actually,
But the clown?
worth it. My butthole. The clown it was extra. It's like an
Okay,
optional extra.
yeah.
It's like a monthly subscription. But so I love it because it speaks to my cleanliness.
Yeah.
I love it because it's art.
You love art.
Someone's drawn something. They've created something there. I love it because it was fucking funny. I think that
Yes.
that is. I could perform that as a stand-up. Well, I can't now, obviously, because it's
Yeah.
someone else's concept. But like, that is a stand-up bit. That's a stand-up
Yeah.
arc. It really the descriptors are so beautiful. These people, these hand wash, these people who don't wash their
Yeah.
hands, they're agents of chaos.
And
You know
it's
what I mean?
every doorknob's a risk.
It's a risk. You know, every handshake is an extreme sport. Like,
Yeah.
I love that. It's such wonderful metaphors. So it speaks to me comically, it speaks to me artistically, and it speaks to me very much on a personal level.
Yeah.
Do you have like issues with OCD and cleanliness as well? Because we're quite polar
I do
opposite in
wash
that.
my hands every time.
But you're occasionally, I've been in your home or your
My
space
home
when
is
it's
like-
like there's stuff everywhere. Tasmanian devil.
My bedroom is a nightmare. I try to keep the other spaces at least like a little organized.
Your public
but-
spaces are very neat. Yeah.
But
yeah.
I am. I think I have that. With that ADHD, that is piles. I got piles of shit everywhere.
Okay.
Yeah, not the piles.
I thought I
you
was
were
going to say, like,
thinking of.
how does
Sorry.
ADHD lead to your arsehole's
Just so everyone
veins
knows,
being enraged?
piles is the UK slang for hemorrhoids.
Correct.
So not
in
those
case you
kind
didn't
of
know.
piles. But I mean, I do have those. All right.
I've had them. You still have them permanently? You have them right now?
During the pandemic, I got them so bad I almost got surgery.
I got my first one from cocaine.
Oh wow.
Yeah, doing too much coke and then just
In your butt?
straining for a shit.
Oh yeah, that'll happen.
Like you just push too much. You're just like, I got to get back to that dance floor and do more coke, and then you just
Your butthole falls
you're
out.
trying to, yeah, and then your butthole falls out, and you're like, oh no,
It happens to the
that
best of
hurts
us.
now. Or you have to poop 5 times over the night because your bowels are
Yeah.
just opening up from all the Novocaine that's in the cocaine that's cut with, and it could be worse. Could be fentanyl. Could be fentanyl.
I did it because I think I was just sitting too much.
You're just sitting there too long. You were
In the
enjoying the
pandemic, I
time.
was just sitting too much.
Taking books in, reading
And
Lord of the
then-
Rings 1 and 2 in there.
No, just sitting. Just if you sit on your butt too much, you can get hemorrhoids.
Oh, just by being immobile.
Yeah, because there was like a time where it was like, well, we can't do anything, so I just sat, and then I was like, this is bad.
We need to hike the piles away.
Yeah,
Hike the piles away.
but that's not
Hike
what
the
I
piles
meant.
away. Hike the piles away.
But I think
Sucking
that
on my hemorrhoids. Sorry, okay, it's all right.
sucking on my piles like you wanted me, calling me
Me
all the time like
time.
Blondie. Check out my hemorrhoid behind its spine all over the time. Sex on the beaches.
This is a podcast just for me and you. Hey, welcome to the podcast just for me and Jenny. We're the only ones who are going to watch it. It's so
Everyone
personal.
knows that song. If you
Everyone
grew
knows
up,
it.
if you're a millennial,
Miss
you
Kitten,
fucking know
you get
that
it.
song.
Yeah.
You know it.
Everyone knows it.
But no, I think that I'm trying to be cleaner, but my room is a nightmare. I always have a pile of clothes on my bed.
Cleanliness externally, to me, helps to reinforce cleanliness mentally, internally.
Yeah.
That's why I like my outside space organized. Jeff Zenizek is nodding away as well. Producer Jeff, you're very much like minimalist and keep things
Yeah.
tidy as well, right?
Yeah,
But I'm
try
like, I
to.
collect art, I collect antiques, I collect all this
Me
shit.
too, but I put it on the wall, not in a pile in the corner.
Look, I I don't have room right now. And some of it doesn't go with the aesthetic of the house, but I liked it a lot.
I wasn't
get
judging you.
You were 100% judging
Absolutely
me.
not. I am perfectly comfortable with other people's spaces being as messy or as clean as they like them.
Yeah.
I just need
Your
everything
places
in
are
order
very
around
clean.
me. Yeah.
Very clean.
Yeah.
No, I'm asleep next to a pile of laundry.
Have you
For
ever
weeks.
completely been like anal about your organization and packing it? Have you ever tried it and seen what impact, if any, it has on your mental state?
Maybe if I was on Adderall, I'll do it. But I also am like
I used
doing
to
a
do it on
million
ketamine.
things.
I mean, like you can get motivated with a bunch of different drugs. It's possible.
I have a hard time letting stuff go and like getting rid of things. So the common spaces are all right. We're working on it.
No, I'd just be interested to know, like, if you went hardcore organized, if that would actually have a knock-on effect, or if it would actually make you feel less joyful because you'd be like, oh, it feels clinical in here now. Whereas,
I don't think my house would ever feel clinical.
right, okay,
I've got too much personality.
too much human blood on the floor and
So much blood.
so
It's
much
my own
fecal
blood.
matter all over the walls. Just if you ran a blue light around your home, oh my
there's
god,
semen everywhere.
it would be on an episode of Ghostbusters. That's the
Yeah.
craziest bit. It wouldn't even be on one of those horrendous homes things.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay,
So yeah,
let's see
I'm
another
clean.
clip. Let's see another clip of yours. Let's go
All right,
back
let's
to.
see which one what's the
Jenny
next one I
Z.
brought?
Is this one? No, this is one of. I think this is mine.
Is this yours or is this mine?
This one was mine. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. Can we go to a Jenny Z one? Sorry, mate. Because we're a little out of whack this one. So JL2, it'll be the fourth one down.
Wait,
Sorry.
one of yours?
We're gonna go to Jenny. Oh no, sorry, Jay Z. Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
go to the
Jay-Z.
Jay Z one. Jay Z's one.
Yeah, let's see which
That's
one.
your
Jay-Z.
now. Hov.
We have
Yep.
the same initials.
Hov.
Hell yeah, we do.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Nice.
Oh, I like
okay.
this one.
Need a little bit of audio and
Okay, so
off we
again,
go.
going through a breakup, right? This still
Still breakup material.
breakup
How many
material.
months after the breakup?
Okay, it's been 3, but we've officially been no contact for 2 weeks.
That's not long. That's
Yeah.
fresh. That's fresh. 3 months is
3 months, and
is
then
not
a
long
lot of
either.
back and forth of talking.
after
and then,
6 months. You have to move on.
Well, that would be the length of the entire relationship. Would have been 6 months.
Oh, okay.
So I have 3 more months left to grieve,
To completely agree, and then
To
you have to
completely
move
agree.
on and whinge about something else.
and then I have to. Well, look, I'm moved on, but we're restarting the no contact. That's the problem is keep having to restart the no
We've
contact.
discussed this. I think you keep too many people from your past in your life.
100%.
I think you need to sever some ties, let go. I've even been working on, before we, sorry, look at this
Yeah.
clip. I've been really working on the concept of understanding that no thing nor person is necessarily designed to be in your life permanently, first
I have
of all.
such a hard time with that. Oh
Yeah,
my
it's
god.
incredibly difficult. But losing family members, as we both have done
Yeah.
in recent
Yeah.
years, you know, I think that is like a really forced lesson of like,
No,
you
that's
have
made
no
me
choice.
want to.
It's
That's
all right.
made me want to hold on to people even more.
Well, yeah, but when you get to the right stage, you'll let go. And when you have that transition of letting go, you'll go, it doesn't mean forgetting them. It actually means that when you remember them, you can remember it in a more joyful way because
Yeah.
you've let go. You've let go of the desire to hold on desperately. So now when they come into your mind or into your day or their energy
Yeah.
vibrates through you or, you know, the tarot cards sing the praises of that person in your mind or whatever it is, you know,
Yeah.
for you, you'll just be like, I'm grateful they came to me again.
No,
as
I
opposed
regret
to,
everything. I
never
have,
leave me.
I have no good feeling. I'm either I have great feelings about you, like, or I wish I never met you and I want to forget you forever. There's no like, oh well, that was nice. Goodbye. I let you go with love. I'm like, I let you go with hate.
Can I say this? This is going to be an unpopular opinion,
Yeah.
I imagine, and I think there's going to be a number of our female viewers who may push back against this and may go, "That's not true."
Yeah.
My personal experience has been with women, certainly in affairs of the heart, but even friendships.
Yeah.
When it's over, very few of them are just being cool and chill and like, cool, go about your day, blah. They're either just like completely ignored, like, yeah, you're not, whatever, or they have done their utmost to destroy my life. And to destroy my character and anyone who knows us mutually in all
Yeah.
relationships. It's like either incredibly destructive or it's just you were nothing in the first place. Never just like, hey, we didn't work out, or hey, we clearly see the world differently. I wish you the best of luck. Whereas
Yeah.
guys, it's very much like that. It's either a punch up or it's like, All right, cool. Take it easy, bro.
Yeah. I think, and I'm not going to say this is for you. This is not
This
for
is for
you.
me. This is what I've
but
experienced.
I think, but I'm saying them in answering that.
Oh, I
this
see.
is
Okay.
in answering that.
Well, it
because
is for
I
me.
feel
Then
like,
it's just about what I just said.
well,
so.
no, I feel like, though, because women tend to be givers in relationships
Right.
a lot of the time, when it ends, it's kind of like we feel depleted. We feel like we gave a lot, and
so now I must damage
so
him so
now-
he feels as depleted as me emotionally,
I
ongoing.
think it's in some way, but it's also like, well, fuck you. You took, and then I got nothing back.
And that's toxic. That is the concept that you are owed something is fucking toxic.
But it's not even owed something. It's like the idea of like, I gave, and then, but you just...
You took all these months of my life from me. You took this friendship.
Yeah, but women are on a timeline.
Yeah, but that's bullshit. That's bullshit, because here's the thing. For instance, look at my past relationship, right? My last serious relationship. And there was some manipulative and not very nice behavior at the end of that. I can look back on that relationship with gratitude for the things it gave me, and also see with equality the things that I gave to that person, and go, we both helped each other navigate some serious things. We both had a lot of laughter. We both had some incredible sex. We both had some beautiful moments. We both saw some beautiful places. We both got to do a bunch of things together that were fucking great. Any frustrations that came at the end of that relationship, I fully let go of, because it doesn't matter. We both invested in it, and we both won in some ways, and we both lost in some ways, and we move on.
I think that's possible for some. I think that for the most part, though, for a lot of women and heterosexual relationships with women, is that we do tend to just give a lot of ourselves and give our time and give all this stuff, and then it
and that's
feels
what
like
a healthy balance
no, but it feels at the end that we've been used. There's like definitely a feeling of like.
So why don't the men feel used? Why wouldn't? Why
I'm not saying they don't. I'm not saying they don't. I'm just saying in general.
I'm suggesting, as a gross generalization, we don't jump to that place of I felt used by this, unless potentially. I think one way men do it is financially. If men go, oh, she took half my shit, or I bought every fucking dinner and then she never liked.
And then there are plenty of women who are going on dates for free shit.
Oh yeah.
And that's shitty.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but I think that like that is when, at least in my experience, in some of the past relationships I've had, I've come to the table very giving and very whatever, and they leave saying, "Wow, you made me feel so good. Thanks."
Yeah.
And I go, oh, okay.
I think you're just a giving person anyway. You're just very open. You give a lot to people, and you have this very beautiful, and it's one of your most engaging characteristics. It's one of the things that I think actually helps you flourish and succeed, not just in your career, but as a human, which is that you just will assume that everyone is great and going to be good and give the same back to you that gives them. I have been that way as well most of my life, but now I'm learning that if I see the slightest inclination that there's a greedy mindset there, I go, stop giving to that person, and instead I'll go and give more to this person who actually does give me what I deserve.
Yeah, and I think that
Whereas you give it a bit more carpet blanket to everyone.
It is also tied to, also an element of like, responsibility of seeing when someone is a taker.
Yeah.
And stopping it.
Yeah. And accepting that you have a choice and going, I'm empowered to change this. And maybe that's what it is. It's the lack of power some women feel in those relationships. So when they come out of it,
that's why we get so angry.
Then they go, well, let me just destroy and burn everything.
Because we felt like we had no power. And it's like, well, I have power now. Right. So.
And I'm glad that as soon as I presented that as an option, you took it immediately and went, yes. And that's the reason 100%. Why I had no power. And that's true for all women, 100%. Except for my ex who left me and ditched me. She had all the power in
I'm not saying
moment.
It's for everyone. I'm saying that it would be a common reason why that would happen.
Correct.
So I'm also on your side here.
Correct.
What a bitch.
Speaking of bitches, let's see what this lady's got to say on this clip. What's the most petty thing you've done in a breakup? Some random Australian guy. This is by 5minute.media. Obviously, they've nicked this from an old newscast. What's the most petty thing you've done in a breakup? And this is what an Aussie guy did.
Can's mother has been forced to block dozens of calls after her ex-partner allegedly took her phone number and plastered it on poles here around the CBD, telling people to call up and impersonate Chewbacca for a chance to win $100.
This would be the most childish breakup I've ever had.
So good.
Like, all you had to do was be mature and go, I don't love you anymore, I want to move on.
The calls have been waking her and her 3 young children up at odd hours in the evening, and they're yet to stop.
Wait. You didn't see that coming, did you?
I want my $100.
Well, I'm getting phone
I
calls
want my
at least
100
20
bucks.
hours of the night, about 1 o'clock till 4 o'clock.
Forced to call back the wannabe Wookiees and tear down the posters.
That
Mother has
is
been
that is simultaneously incredibly awful, toxic, petty behavior. Like
Yeah.
putting someone's personal number out there. I don't condone that. But
That's so good.
if I started getting 10 calls a day where someone was just going into my voicemail, that'd be hilarious.
What is the pettiest thing you've done?
In a breakup.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I don't know. I haven't done anything petty for a long time, but I also, and I would like to think like years
Yeah.
and years and years, but I also definitely must have done some shit when I was younger. Can I stew on it for a while? Do you have an
How about
answer
you?
for
How about
yours?
you, Jeff?
What's that?
What's the pettiest thing you've done?
Are you petty in a breakup, Jeff? You're very zen. Zen by nature, zen by name.
Chill, so
Yeah, Zen Studios.
not really.
I can't see you doing that. You look at life like tennis. He's a tennis coach. Did you
Yeah.
know that? A professional
Yeah,
tennis
yeah.
coach and trains like future stars. And I could see, he was semi-pro as well. He played in some competitions
Yeah.
as well, won some competitions. But I could see Jeff just like
Yeah.
approaching life. Sportsmen are often like that. They approach life through the psychology or the philosophy of their sport. So I can see him like,
Yeah.
that's game, you know?
I just
But there's a
don't
bigger
care
match
about
out there.
anything anymore,
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
don't
I
care.
write jokes about that.
Yeah, yeah.
And
New
I put
balls,
it-
please.
Yeah.
You know, I just got to backhand these problems away.
Yeah. I love
Yeah.
all the tennis references.
Mm-hmm.
What is it? French one.
Yeah.
Wait, what is it?
The French Open? Is that
No. What is it when you love one?
Oh, yeah, love
Is a
love
score.
Is zero.
Yeah.
Love whatever.
Love is
15
zero.
love.
15 love.
15
It's
love.
French.
She's 15 and that's why I love her. Jeff Senezek. That's his philosophy. Joking.
Petty.
Joking. Petty.
No, I just write jokes about them.
You write jokes about
Yeah.
them. Holy shit.
I've definitely done that.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
I've written a lot of jokes.
I haven't written any about my recent
I wrote.
partner though. So.
I haven't written about the last one. The last big breakup chunk I have is a mix of 3 different people.
Now, let me ask you a question about this.
Yeah.
Because I feel like there's a responsibility if your ex-partner is in the business.
Yes.
I've had 2 separate women who I've dated in the business who
Yeah.
wrote jokes partly about me,
Yeah.
but in large proportion actually about other people in their life. In fact, one of them was writing about the father of her child, but just built his story into the joke about me,
Yeah.
which made me sound awful. And like people in the industry would just be like, wow, really? I didn't know Jeff would be like that.
Yeah.
And just blended it all together and just put it all under blanket carpet of like ex-partner. Is that all right?
See, that's what I did. That's
petty.
my big bit is 3 different exes.
It's about Will Ferrell, isn't it?
It's about Will Ferrell. Yes,
Will
my
Ferrell.
big ex. No, but okay. This is where I think if it's mine. Okay, mine isn't mean to the people.
Okay.
It's just saying it's a story of like how I got dumped. Both are stories of how I got dumped.
Right.
Like one partner saying that I was mean,
Okay.
and the other one dumping me on their birthday. Right? So
On their birthday.
on their birthday.
Happy
Yes.
birthday to me. I'm single.
And then another partner. And so I've just kind of like mixed it together. It's more like the way I start the
How
joke.
did they present how did they present a breakup on their birthday?
They just broke up with me. It happened to be their birthday.
Did they open up with, this year for my present, I would like you to not be in my life
They
anymore?
called and said, I don't think it's going to work out. And it was on
Wow.
their birthday after I put my finger in their butt.
Did you give them a card? Wow.
Most
say
people just
happy
buy a cake. They just
birthday.
buy a cake, but you're like, nope.
Come here, buddy. Let me get in
Happy
there.
21st. Here we
Let's
go.
go. 21st.
That's an appropriate butthole fingering age, isn't it?
No. You got to be. No. When they're that young, they're too young.
Wow.
They're
I
not
didn't
gonna
realize you were
appreciate
so
it.
conservative.
Yeah. I'm very conservative when it comes to
Project
putting a finger
2025. There
in a
should be
butt.
no fingers in buttholes under the age of 25 at least.
I haven't dated anyone in the industry since I was 21.
Okay.
And I did do an entire bit about that person and their new girlfriend who was also in the industry
Saw
being
it?
shitty. What?
She saw the material?
I'm sure she did.
And what did she comment on it or like say?
No, but it was just like about him being a piece of shit.
Oh.
And she was also in it. And that was the last time I did like one that I'm like,
Too much
I
drama,
was
potential
mean.
drama, right?
Yeah. But other than that, just write some bits. Write a whole screenplay about them. I've done that.
Holy shit. You do have to, we got to work on
Yeah.
severing some of those tethers to the past.
But they're really good pieces of art. That's the thing is
But
that
you can
I've
create,
got
could
such
you
good
create
art.
better art once you let go of the feelings attached to it? Is it easier to assess the humor about it? 'Cause like I haven't written any jokes about my best friend and my dad dying yet.
Yeah.
And I know it's because I haven't yet fully gotten to a place where I can look at it and just see where the funny is in that
Yeah.
situation.
I've
Or
been
how-
able to write around it. Around
Right.
like the death stuff, I can write around the death. I can't
Okay.
write about her death yet, but I can write about the weird stuff that happened around it.
Okay.
Like
Family at the funeral being
family,
weird or whatever.
yeah,
or like,
stuff
yeah,
like that,
yeah,
so.
yeah.
So yeah, that's as petty as I've gotten.
Damn.
Other than that,
Have you ever had
other than
a
that, I'm
partner
kinda
do
like,
something incredibly petty or mean to you like that?
No, I'm kind of like, this is, if you don't want me, I'm never begging for
Right.
you to be with me. So I will.
I have absolutely begged some women.
No,
I've been on my
I'm
knees in
like-
tears, my first love in New Zealand,
That's adorable.
crying in the rain.
I love it.
And all the snot came out my nose as I was crying, and my spit from my mouth, and it joined together like a bungee cord of misery. As I go,
No, I
was
will
really-
never. I will never beg. So I don't like. I don't think I stick around enough to really.
you just shut up those doors and then go and write a screenplay about
Oh
them
yeah,
instead.
100%. And I will fucking. I'll tell all the dirty laundry in the screenplay.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Build all the stories in.
Yeah.
So some of the characters we've been writing together in our
Everyone's
various
copy.
they're just people now.
Everyone's copy.
Oh my god. Well, if you ever put a handsome Brit in any of your pieces, I'll know who that's about.
Yeah.
Simon Pegg. Timothy Chalamet. He's not British, is he? Timothy
No.
Chalamet. He looks like he should be British. He's got
He
a British
does.
face though, doesn't he?
He does. Let's see your video.
Let's see my video. Let's see my second video. We got 2 more each
Yeah.
to get through. So we got a
One more each,
One more each. Here we go.
Okay.
Oh, so this is by Ginger Potter 21.
Okay.
And I guess collaborating with Momentary
Another
_
animation.
Existentialism. Let's hope everyone. I get a lot of animated
love
stuff
animation,
now.
yeah.
It's a great way to explain stories, make it more artistic with some verbiage that is eloquent or impactful. This one says, "Isn't it weird?" So let's just see what this is about. Here we go.
Isn't it weird how so many versions of you exist
Oh, I love
in
this.
people's minds? Some know you as the shy person who doesn't talk. Some see you as the annoying person who won't shut up.
That's most of the
Some
people who
see
know
you
me.
as cold and mean, and others find you caring and kind. The gist is that the person you think of as yourself exists only for you.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Every person you meet, have a relationship with, or make eye contact with on the street creates a version of you. And there are 1,000 different versions of yourself out there in people's minds.
Yeah, that
cannot
is kind of crazy.
You know what I love about this? I keep biting the inside of my cheek.
Yeah.
It hurts. You can't.
Leave a little bit of something, a little schmutz.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but it was a little bit of cream.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you're
That was a
good.
bit of spit for sure on my chin. Thanks for just. How long has that been there?
I just saw it. I think it just happened.
Just now? We'll review it in the footage. We'll see how good a friend you are. If I've been walking around with spit on my chin for the
It's a little
first
bit. I think it's a
half
bit
of
of cream when you took a drink.
Definitely
You
not
took a sip.
cream. That was definitely some spit and or semen. We'll find out. That'll be Patreon
After this
extras.
commercial break.
After this commercial break. We'll be right back. Dr. Phil. So I love that because of 2 things. One, it speaks to my
Yeah.
personal journey of evolution, which, we're both on that journey.
Yep.
We're both trying to evolve and become our best version of ourselves. But also, it really reminds me of 2 things. One, you cannot control. And I held on to this for so many years, my entire life until a couple of years ago. You can't control what other people will think of you. All you can control is how you behave, how you conduct yourself, and how you show people the truest version of yourself. But even then, some people, based on what's going on in their life or their previous experiences or their own traumas or their own triggers or their own hates, loves, etc., they will take what you've presented and they will bastardize it, they will shift it, they will change it, they will fit it into a different model. So you have to you have to let go of other people's opinions of you. And that's one of the things that throughout my life has been possibly the hardest thing to let go of, is
Yeah.
what do others feel about me? Am I good enough in other people's eyes? And this is I thought that was a pertinent piece to play because it really, that makes me feel like, oh, this is what I should be more focused on.
It's true.
Just curating the best version of myself for me.
Also, and I think that you, probably because you grew up in a home with addiction, managing other people's feelings. Big time of like,
and their judgments.
Always having to manage, always being like, okay, I have to, because you have to know exactly what's going to happen. So then you grow up in this thing of like, I have to make sure, I have to manage everyone's thoughts about me and everyone's
100%.
feelings about me so that I'm safe. And so I feel that I know that feeling, and I know that you.
I was going to say, do you not relate to that a little bit? I think
all I do
we've
is
talked about
manage.
this at depth, you know.
All I do is manage other people's feelings.
And we have to let go of it completely. Your mum and dad are always going to think what they think of you.
Yeah.
My mum is always going to see me the way she sees me.
Yeah.
And actually, when you start letting go of your own identity, I've found that there's a knock-on effect to that, which has allowed me to let go of other people's identities as well and start seeing more what's there.
Because you're not judging them, and you're not projecting onto them
especially
either.
people you love or you're connected to. Like, for instance, my mum, I've really focused on stop seeing my mum, Mika. I now go, let me see the woman, Michaela Leach. Who was she as a kid? She was a kid who grew up in a communist dictatorship, whose dad was taken away and locked up for a period of time, and has these, a very strict mother who was very hard on her, but wanted just the best for her, but loved her also. She's these things. She's all of those things. She's the woman who had a divorce. She's the woman who had breast cancer and survived it, but had a mastectomy, had a piece of her physical body taken. When I start seeing more of who's there, the actual identity that she's been living as, and even then, I don't know what her perception of herself is. I
don't think they have any.
No, they do. My mum, for instance, has said to me a bunch recently, like she goes, I wish you and your sister I wish I wasn't so serious when I was younger. I wish I wasn't so wrapped up in my work as a teacher. I wish I hadn't invested so much in my kids at school to the detriment of investing in you two at home. And she said, because actually I feel like I'm a very funny person, and you guys don't get to see my humor as much. Yeah. So she sees herself as a funny woman. Yeah. And I've never seen her as a funny woman. I've always seen her as a very serious character, So I feel like that's what that video to me says. Like, give
that's
up,
important.
Stop worrying about what others see, because they're always going to bastardize it. They're always going to change it.
Yeah, they're always going to say.
Can you do that, Tenny?
No. What's the next clip?
Therapy attempt failed and aborted, ladies and gentlemen. All right, you're right. We are pushing on for time. Let's get another video from Jenny Z. Let's see what Jay-Z, aka Hove, has to say. This is
very short.
Capricorn Ideas X.
Again, love astrology.
Do you know what your soulmate looks like? It says here. All right, here we go.
Oh, that's just whatever. Don't listen to that. But this is just go.
Why is there a support group for people who date Capricorns on Facebook? Oh my God. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's it. That's the video.
216 members.
I'm a Capricorn, and I know we're difficult people.
That's hilarious. I wonder how many there are for the Gemini group.
Oh,
probably
my God.
Thousands, millions.
Whoa. I've dated a Gemini. That was rough.
I wonder if there is actual correlation
100%.
between the different star signs and how many people are part of a Facebook group about having dated.
Yeah. Dating an Aries? No, thank you.
Have you ever been a member of a support group of any kind?
Yeah, I've done like OA.
Al-Anon?
I've been to Al-Anon.
Yeah.
What's
OA?
OA is Overeaters Anonymous, which I will say right now, I think is kind of bullshit.
Do they have snacks?
They don't have snacks.
No snacks,
but they
okay.
they did have them at the farmer's market. Like they had the meetings at the farmer's market, and I was like, this is wild.
Terrible idea.
I'm just going to say this about OA. I understand that people are like, it's food addiction, but a lot of it is restriction. Like they go there promoting restriction, which kind of just amplifies your food addiction. If you have a food addiction, the restriction is kind of what's going to amplify
Becomes addictive in that way.
So you have the same people who will be there and like, I haven't had sugar for 25 years. And I remember one woman specifically hadn't had cake in like 20 years. And she was a tiny bird lady who sat on the chair like
Never
a
celebrates
golem.
her birthday.
Yeah. I'm like, God, there's so much. I was like, I get why we're here, but there's got to be
She's
other
never been to a
ways.
Steve Aoki concert?
Never. I don't understand that reference.
Because he throws those giant cakes in the face of his audience members. I was just going through the list of things where cake feature.
Would never
no
go.
birthdays, no Steve Aoki concerts.
No
weddings.
Nothing.
Can't go to clubs predominantly populated by black or Latin women because there's a lot of cake in those as well.
Oh,
Am I right?
Yes.
It's a comedy podcast.
Ass.
He brings it back.
Ass.
Ass is the theme today.
But so I just I don't know, not a fan of OA. Al-Anon seems fun. I liked it when I went.
I've never actually been to an Al-Anon, which is interesting because I've been to AA, I've been to NA as an addict myself, but I've never been to an Al-Anon. I would go to one because I actually wonder what I would learn about having navigated being the son of an alcoholic as well, who eventually lost their life.
Boundaries is a big one. They talk about boundaries a lot, but I went for a little bit, and I'll go back at some. I'm just, I'm busy.
When you have time,
busy.
it's a dedication of time.
You've gone to AA and NA?
And AA and NA, and I always find it useful. Like I even if you don't relate to all of the people in the room, because there are varying levels of fucked up, I'll go to an AA meeting and go, God, I used to be so bad drinking like a handle of vodka a day out of the freezer and on my own until I cried, or fucking taking all the drugs in the club and being up later than everyone else and still not enjoying myself.
Yeah.
Or, I'm crazy, ketamine at 8 a.m. And then there'll be someone there who's like got no teeth in their face because they've smoked crystal meth every day for the last 40 years. And I'm like, oh, yeah, your life is a bit worse.
Yeah.
And you kind of can't help but have that gauge of but then what that crackhead will do is will say the most prophetic and philosophical line about their own addiction that I feel so deeply in myself. And I go, oh, we are the same. All humans, we're more alike than we're different, even by our experiences, our privileges or limitations in life, even our identities, like physical identities, race, ethnicity, sexuality, gender. We are just more alike by being human. Just to be human means you are susceptible to all of these emotional highs and lows and roller coasters.
You know what? Addiction's addiction, no matter what level. No matter what level you're at. Don't think. I want to say this to people out there. Don't think for 1 minute because I only
2
get
glasses of wine every night.
Yeah, or
after dinner.
maybe once a week I drink a bottle of wine, but it's not a big deal. I'm not as bad as those. You're as bad. Just fucking go. Learn some shit.
If it's unhealthy, if it's negatively impacting your life in any way, if you get drunk and belligerent and you scream and shout at your kids, if you have a failing relationship with your partner because you both have to drink 2 bottles of wine to stand each other's company, that's still an addiction.
You're not any better or any worse than anyone. Just go embrace it.
Unless you're trying to avoid cake, in which case give up that and stick with that addiction.
Yeah.
Nothing better than cake.
Can't avoid this cake.
Should we see if we can fit? Let's see if we can fit another one in. Come on, let's get another Jenny Z. Let's get a Jenny Z.
No, this is yours.
Oh, is it me now? Let's get a Jeff Leach.
Yeah, this is
Can we get a Jeff Leach?
Last Jeff Leach.
Oh, so this is my spirit animal.
Okay.
I get sent a lot of interesting meme-worthy. I think I have curated my algorithm now to a place where I get lots of self-help, lots of motivational, lots of psychological or theoretical, scientific evolution of the self, biohacking your own mind, etc., physical body stuff.
And then this guy.
Then I get stuff like this guy, who is just the best and the worst person all at once.
See.
And this is not satire. Okay. He has a whole page, and he's being filmed by his female partner, friend, lover, I'm not sure, who is just as strange and fabulous as he is. All right, this is VIP Room Riccioni.
Wow.
It looks like he's just had a massive shit.
New mood for VIP Room Cortina. Ladies, Seud, meravigliosi con questi intarsi di pelle.
Oh, of course he's
3
Brazilian.
belts, Jenny.
Il nuovo mood è cao, è un country cao. Ecco, c'è la cortina, le cinture sono pazzesche.
I know what he's saying, but I'm getting pregnant as he speaks. Pantalonisse. Wait until he starts looking at the belts. He just starts. Straight away. He's like, he doesn't even have time to talk to you anymore. He has places to be looking that good.
Yeah.
He is.
Like the mall.
He's literally.
He's at a mall.
It's, you know what I loved about it, or why that I think this came out, is because it's
I want to know where he's at, what mall he's at.
Oh, it's gonna be like the most basic mall.
He's either Brazilian or from Portugal. I think I think he's Brazilian.
They go to like the like low end places as well. It's so strange. It's lots of like big brands, lots of Louis V, Gucci, all that stuff. But they're also just like, I want to know how. First of all, I want to know how these fucking people make their money.
How do they find each other?
How do they find each other? And also, who's enabling them? Like, who's in the background going like, hey, listen, Riccioni, Papa Riccioni, you gotta start putting videos, and people are feeding them. They're feeding them interest, and in his head now, he's just like, this is what the people want. This is what they
very pretty,
need.
sir.
Right? Why do you have on 3 belts? No answer to that question.
No answer.
They refuse to even acknowledge it.
He doesn't need an answer.
It's like I'm 3 times hotter than you. That's why. 3 times more fashion forward.
I love it.
But he looks like the character in a video game who would sell you magical items that only shows up once a week.
100%.
Legend of Zelda, you have to arrive at that village when it's moonlight at midnight, and he's there selling you the magical items. You won't be able to get it for another week if you miss it.
No, you got to get him.
You got to get him right now.
And you have to talk to him about his belts.
He's got an Etsy store where he just like takes shits on belts, smears it in. Riccioni, the leather is so much more fucking supple because of my shit poop.
I really think that he's walking like that because he has 3 belts on.
I think it's because he's shit his pants. He hasn't wiped his ass in a year.
I think he has 3 belts, and it's it's what's not encumbering? What's the word?
He's too delicate. He's too
not encompassing. When you can't move. No,
encumbered.
Encumbered. He's encumbered by. Thank you. Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah, American Jeff.
Yeah, maybe.
Suck, dude.
Maybe he's kind of walking like a gangster with his like pants around his like
play
under
it
his
again.
ass
Let's
cheeks.
see.
Just to get the strut. Just get the strut. This guy's coming to fuck you. What do you do? Oh my god! I let him. I just bend over and take it. It's also like the ladies. You wanted to know about the pants. Look at the belt. Look at the way he touches himself. He's so.
Holy cow.
Pause it, Jeff. I want to be this confident about my own body and aesthetic, or is it the opposite? Is he completely unconfident? Does he have no self-belief, which is why he needs to adorn himself?
I think this is a man who has some issues. I'm just gonna say that.
These are delusions.
But he's wealthy. He's like wealthy and mental. Do you think? Oh, I think so. If you look at their account, if you go to their main account, you can see the lady he like hangs out with as well, and the two of them are just magical.
God,
but he's got 300,000 followers. He's in fashion and design. Maybe he's a famous designer.
He might be.
But if you scroll down, there goes shop now. There's him and his lady.
Good for them.
Right?
Okay, I like his lady.
She's got butthole sunglasses on and just wearing them.
I like the lady.
Horrible.
Oh, you can click on one of them. Like their faces have been played with a lot. I get the impression.
Oh my god.
Yes, keep playing. Yeah, look.
Wow.
This is what by the way, pause it. This is what dressing a toddler looks like, by the way. If you play for a sec and then just like pause when we can see her outfit. I raised someone else's keep it playing until we can see her again. There we go. Now pause it. Yeah, see, she's teasing you. She's teasing you.
Wow. Okay.
Notice the toddler is dressed more cohesively than she is.
100%.
And this is what it was like dressing a toddler. Like, what do you want to wear today? I want to wear my fairy dress, and I want to wear my unicorn hat, and I want to wear my. So maybe they just have the youthful freedom of children. Maybe they're so wealthy.
I like it. I like that she's unbothered.
I think they're
she's living her best life.
Heirs and heiresses to a fashion industry.
Girl, get a different size shoe. Look at her feet coming right off of it.
Her fucking toe claws hanging over the end there, desperately trying to hold on to sanity. Her toes are doing the job that her mind cannot, which is desperately clinging on.
Oh man, you know what? This is what we got.
But we're basically that. We dress flamboyantly. We're just not confident enough to go that deep.
Yeah, but also too, I've minimal things in my face.
Will this be us when we've fully done the work on ourselves?
So.
This is going to end up being us. Just walking around.
If someone's like, "This will be you when you've done the work," would you do the work?
I would stop the work immediately. I would start procrastinating. But look, they're on jet skis and boats, and they're walking around with their
You
Chanel
can rent
bags.
all this, but you know what? Here's the thing.
Nah,
they love
own
each
it.
other. That's the thing that bothers me the most. Is they just
They
found
have
each
someone.
other like this. What the fuck?
Love it. Love it. That outfit is insane. This is Mad Max fashion.
Wow.
She looks like Pink down in Venice
Good for
Beach.
her. You
just
know
riding
what?
around that
Good for
motorcycle.
her. As long as they're not hurting anybody. But some people did die to make those
Oh my
clothes.
God, no, they aren't together. Although that kiss suggested that was a sexless
I don't think she
arrangement.
could feel it, I'll be honest. So
those-
much filler. I
Her,
think
her
she
lips
felt
do look
anything.
like a fucking life vest a little bit, don't they? Like a lifesaver. All right, let's stop
Jeff, what a
ragging on these
journey.
two
What a
beautiful
journey
people.
we've been through.
Is that what they wore to that place?
Correct.
Or is that stuff they bought and are trying
That's
Well,
what they-
she had a slightly different outfit, but then she did fight a lion on the way to the store, so that's why it looks like that
Yeah,
currently.
good for,
yeah.
good for
shopping all
them.
the
Yeah.
time.
She looks like a scratching post.
A little bit.
There's a lot going on here. All right, we can stop hating on these beautiful people. Fair play to
I
them.
love
They're
it.
doing their thing. Maybe I'm jealous of it. Maybe there's a part of me that just wants to be that comfortable in my own lunacy.
Yeah.
But I think there's delusion involved here as well.
100%.
And I'd rather live
But is
honestly.
delusion, but how, like, people need delusion.
No,
right?
you need the flamboyant, playful nature, but delusion only forces you deeper and deeper, I think, into a false sense of identity. Which I
Maybe
think...
that's really them, though. Who are we to judge?
I don't know.
I know who we are. We're the perfect people to judge.
We are the perfect people
Welcome
to
to Show Me Your Feed.
Show me your feed. We got one more. We got yours, and
No,
then we'll
we're
wrap
done.
it. Was that all 6?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
it's
watched
done.
6. We did it.
Yeah, we did
Wow,
it.
so
I
we
told
learned.
you we would do it.
We nailed it. We learned a lot about each other and each other and ourselves.
Each other.
My Laura, my darling, one day me and you will be dressed head to toe in cows' anuses.
Oh, I want to look like, a tissue that has
we,
been used.
and we will kiss in the most
use tissue.
awkward way. Come, give me a. I would have done it, Jenny. I would have made that our first lip kiss in ever. I would have done it.
Not unless we're dressed up.
All right, we'll save that
Not
for the
unless we-
Patreon
yeah.
players. Rejection is part of life, ladies and gentlemen. You have to put yourself out there, and it's okay because sometimes even the ones that love you the most won't
I
want to
love
kiss
you.
your
I love
cheeky
you
lips.
so much. I would go inside your body.
You would peg me, but
I
you would never
peg
kiss
you.
my lips.
Never kiss.
Which is ironic because I'd kiss your lips, but I'd never let you peg me. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, that's Show Me Your Feeds. This was a
Thanks,
little
everybody.
prequel to get to know Jenny Zigrino
Get
and I.
excited for the podcast. I'm so pumped.
And the things that we'd really love from you is, we're going to be putting out some clips every week. There's going to be maybe like 4 or 5 clips of each episode going out on both of our socials. We'll be collaborators. Please share. Please
Share.
get involved if you're enjoying the
Subscribe,
content.
Follow.
Please find us. We're going to have, we'll be uploading on my YouTube channel, correct?
Yes.
So Jeff Leach TV is the YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jeff Leach TV. Go over there and add it now, and we'll start, I'll do a new series for the podcast.
Yeah.
Join our Patreon, which we'll eventually set up.
Yeah.
We'll have to think of some nice kickbacks and perks for that for people.
Ooh, we'll just mouth kiss everybody.
Well, you won't mouth kiss me, so everyone else is going to get a lot luckier than I am. And also, if you've got incredible clips, if you have things that you want to share with us, if there's things from your algorithm and you want to try and influence ours, feel free. My DMs are open. Send it over. I'll check the requests. I'll have a little watch of whatever you got there, but make it good, make it interesting, make it disgusting, funny, ludicrous, or impactful.
And tell us why. Don't just send us a weird video.
Yeah, what does
Tell
it
us
mean
why.
to you? Yeah. But and also, finally, please make sure to follow all of our personal socials. So at Jenny Zigrino on Instagram, TikTok.
TikTok is at Jenny Zigrino Comedy. You are Jeff Leach on
At JEFFLEACH
everything.
on all of them, except obviously the YouTube, Jeff Leach TV. And we love you.
We
and
love
we
you.
love
Thank
each other.
you.
And we'll see you
Love
again
you.
for another loving and some
Show
guests.
us your feed.
Show us your feed. One more. One kiss.